Hi everyone, today we are driving the 2026 Volvo XC40. So in this video we're just going to check out how this car feels driving it, and if you're interested to see how this car looks from the interior as well as the exterior, you can just check out my previous video which I entirely focused on the interior features of this beautiful little car from Volvo. But before starting this test drive, I just want to quickly point out that today's vehicle is actually provided by Royal Oak Volvo here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. So if you're just looking to buy Volvo as well as any used vehicle, I highly recommend to check them out. They have great offers and stuff for the months of June, and I'll just put their link and down in the description below. So without further ado, let's just jump in the car and start the test drive with this Volvo XC40. So what we have today is the Ultra trim, meaning that we expect to have all the features like safety features and stuff. The point about Volvos is that XC40s is that any trim you go, you get the same engine, which is going to be a 2-liter turbocharged engine which produce around 250-ish horsepower as well as a 258 pound-feet of torque, which is, you know, not a lot, but it's just not very slow or just disappointing. It's just right in the middle. I mean, the competitors on these cars are just like BMW X1 and those kind of vehicles that are just, you know, not huge in size, and similar to them, it's just kind of producing enough power and actually on par with its competitors in this segment. But as far as like city driving concerned, this car is just not hybrid or just not plug-in hybrid. There's no any electrification. I think this is just a mild hybrid thing, but it's just, you don't notice that at all. It means that the fuel economy on this car is just not that great. It's just gonna be a 9 to 10 liter in city, which is gonna be around 25-ish, 20 mpg, which is not so great, especially for this little car. And yeah, you have to keep that in mind, that if you want to drive this car on, you know, the city and stuff, then probably you wouldn't get the best fuel economy. But in terms of like the power and stuff concerned, this car has abundant of them, and you see the brake feel is also actually like pretty good for this car. Like it's just no issues at all stopping at higher revs, high speeds. Absolutely no issues at all. The good thing about all the Volvos is that they are always very refined, or always very smooth and comfortable, and definitely this vehicle is one of them. You know, as we're just going on the low speeds right now, you don't hear a lot of road noise and stuff, as well as you know, just not having a lot of bumps or very rough ride or anything. This is just a very smooth ride in low speeds, like 60 kilometers that we are going right now. But I wish this car was like a hybrid engine, had a hybrid engine, like a mild hybrid or like a plug-in hybrid engine. As I said, if you want to go with something electrified, then you have to go with EX40. But this car offers also like an 8-speed automatic transmission, which could be a good thing for the people that don't like the sound and feel like a CVT transmissions, which could be, I don't know, annoying from time to time. Volvos have actually never offered any sort of you know, CVTs on their cars, which is pretty good actually. You see, the cool thing about this car is that it shows you that there is a speed camera 200 meters away. I haven't seen such feature on any car before. Like, this is nice. I mean, even the distance to the speed camera for the people that love to go above the speed is nice to have actually. So in terms of like the drive modes offered in this car, there's just not much that you can change. There's only like a standard and off-road, which off-road makes no sense because this car is just obviously not an off-road car. There's no enough ground clearance as well as enough power to go, you know, off-roading for such a tiny little vehicle. But yeah, this is just, you know, standard and off-road, and I don't think people buying this car really care about having a sport mode or something, because this is, you know, a comfortable car to just go low speeds, drive slowly, and just, you know, enjoy a comfortable, slow and relaxing ride, not just speeding. But even if you want to do that, even on standard mode, this car can go. I mean, 250 pound-feet of torque is just good enough for this car to, you know, take off and go any speed as fast as you want. The steering wheel actually can be changed from here, firm and soft, which I actually couldn't tell the difference that much. But apart from that, as I said, the driving experience and everything is just so refined, so smooth, and this car has tons of power. Downshifts are actually a little bit laggy. I'm not saying that this is just the best downshift that I've ever seen, but this is okay for a majority of the people buying this. This is just not a sports car. This is just for people that love to drive slowly, comfortably, and this definitely delivers what it's meant to, and actually what it's built for. But I actually love this gauge cluster. I also mentioned that on the video on the interior of the car. This gauge cluster is so refined and so smooth, like the speed there, revs there, and we have this auto start stuff, and because we have a mild hybrid here, it makes it easier. So let's just go a little pool here. I mean, it's good. It's good enough for most of the people. It is fast. The shifts and downshifts actually are just not that snappy. I'm not saying that it's the best, but it's enough and okay for most of the people. And as far as the active safety features are concerned, this car is loaded with all of them. Volvo is actually famous for having good safety features and stuff, and this car is definitely one of them. We have all the safety features, and the good thing is that it can be activated as easy as pushing up a button. So right now I just activated, the speed is controlled, 30 kilometers per hour, keeping the distance with the vehicle in front of me, and that's it. That's all you need to do, and you can just, you know, change the distance with these buttons on the steering wheel, and that's it. It's like so good, so refined. And I mean, I love the simplicity of these Volvo systems. You know, if you just want to go any speed, you can easily just, you know, use these buttons on the steering wheel, and there's not much complexity going on in this. And if you want to, you know, upper the speed, just push this plus, minus to change the speed limit, and that's it. And you're just going like that. Let me just go left here. Yeah, so active safety features and everything are so good. You will see everything that you expect from a modern car, and this car delivers and have them at their best. So, you know, it's a car driving by itself easily, and as soon as you put your foot on brake, all the systems gets deactivated and activated. So good and so refined as well. Like, there's not much error, and Volvo is always extremely good with their safety and stuff. So in general, I just feel like that this car is just extremely good for driving, day-to-day driving, city driving. I wish it was a hybrid or mild hybrid. If you really care about the fuel economy, then definitely go with the Volo XC40, which is electric and you don't even pay for the gas or anything, or go with a mild hybrid Volvo XC60 actually, because, you know, they're just offering and sharing the same thing. Like gauge cluster and these infotainment system are just 90% the same, or even get you more features on the XC60, but you get tons of fuel saving because that one is a plug-in hybrid. But if that's not the case, you don't really care about the fuel economy, then this car is definitely a great choice. It just has a comfortable ride, it has all the features, Google built-in safety features, and even delivers a great performance and everything. So in general, the drivability of this car is just extremely good. You won't disappoint. You would be disappointed by just going with one of these Volvos. Here, I just want to quickly show the backup camera as well as a 360 camera on the Volvo before finishing up this video. So typical on all the Volvos, we have this high-res, very sharp backup camera, as well as a 360 camera, which you can have all the views from the top of the vehicle, as well as having the side cameras and the front cameras. And this feature, I think, is available on Ultra trim and above, so it's just not something that is just going to be available on all the trims. And with that said, we have reached the end of these test drive for the 2026 Volvo XC40. So as I said, if you want to check out the interior of this vehicle, we can just check the previous vehicle that I just posted about the exterior as well as the interior features that this car offers. And if you have any questions about these cars or any feedbacks, I would be very happy to see them down below in the comment section, and hope to see you all in the next videos. Thank you.